Well, let's go right to State Senator John Whitmire. Senator, welcome to Houston's Morning News. Good to have you on.
Good morning.
Good morning. You were very upset with the meal that was given to Lawrence Brewer. I don't blame you. We've got, bacon cheeseburgers, pound of ice cream, fudge, barbecue, 2 chicken fried steaks. Senator, why would the prison even buy all this food? This guy couldn't possibly eat this.
It's nuts. It's concerned me for years, and actually was on my to-do list to eliminate it, but Brewer took it to the top of the list. This is ridiculous, and I'll go a step further and say the prison officials, the warden that allowed this, should be disciplined. He was manipulating the system. His last act on earth was to mess with the people of Texas. He's there for a reason. The jury, the state of Texas, sentenced him to death. It's a very serious matter.
Senator,
allow him to manipulate this. I mean, what were people thinking on death?
Well, that was my question. I mean, does the warden have the right to say, look, no, we're not going to get you all this food. We'll buy you a cheeseburger and you're done?
Certainly has that, and he should have used that judgment. It was very poor decision making by TDCJ. This is a vicious murder. The crime victim's family was there. Can you imagine what they're thinking, knowing that he was given special treatment, celebrity status, given a death row menu, and it's just wrong. He should be fed like the other inmates at noon, as I've said, and then move on with the process. He's executed at 6, and a meal that the other inmates ate at noon would be very adequate. It just had to end. Enough is enough, and I assure you it won't happen again. And in terms of the last meal, obviously there will be a last meal, but it should be the orderly process of feeding him when everyone else eats at noon.
If you go through last meals, Senator, serial killer John Wayne Gacy, he ordered fried shrimp, Kentucky Fried Chicken, French fries, a pound of strawberries. Timothy McVeigh, 2 pints of mint chocolate chip ice cream, so on and so forth. So this isn't exclusive to the state of Texas. I mean, this has been going on for a long time. It's a manipulation, in my opinion, of the system.
It certainly is an abuse, and I will forecast that it'll end around the country as a result of the decision that the Texas prison system made. It's just nonsense. It makes no common sense. It's not only costly, but it's the principle of the matter that drives me to end it. It's a moral issue. You're taking a vicious. This guy was probably the worst of the worst on death row, and that's hard to be the worst of the worst of that group. And then they give him special treatment as the last act, and he manipulated, ordered this. No one in my district would ever sit down to a meal like this. In fact, the law by the behavior, the inmates that are nonviolent, the young ones that behave, do their time, they never see a meal like this.
Right.
Why would we give the most vicious murder on death row special treatment? So it will end. It's long overdue, and we won't have this discussion again.
State Senator John Whitmire joining us this morning. Thank you, Senator, for your time, and thanks for what you're doing out there. We certainly do appreciate it.